Awesome. Welcome everybody to I'm on Alignable. Now what? That's what everybody asks when they get on Alignable. So I figured, hey, that's a great name for an event to teach people how to use Alignable. Today is July 7th, 2025. And I'm very excited because I love sharing any new features that Alignable comes out with. And they literally minutes ago just came out with a fun new feature that a lot of people have been begging for a long time. So it got released today. So I'm very excited about that. So quick introduction. My name's Sue Brook. I've actually been a member of Alignable for many years, since about 2014. I met the co-founder on the in Long Beach, California, on the Queen Mary at a business event. I owned a tutoring, well, actually, it was a whole learning center. I had tutoring and after school program, summer camps, private school, 2 locations, 3.5 hours apart in Southern California. So I was one of those very, very busy business owners, just like you. And anyway, I just heard about Alignable back then. There wasn't really anything on Alignable back then other than an advice column pretty much for business owners, but I just saw the possibilities. So quick, very fast story. I sold my business in 2015, and in 2017 I found out I had a sister on Ancestry. I don't know if anybody has ever found that out before, but that was pretty crazy. And I just got rid of everything and I moved to Northern California where she lives and started a brand new business, which was business coaching and marketing and anything to help small businesses. That's my passion and my purpose in my life. And here I am, an introvert moving to a new location, starting a new business, didn't know a single soul, and literally grew my business there, not only by building relationships that many of them started on Alignable. And the other part of my story, if I fast forward, when the pandemic hit in 2020, I started a mastermind, virtual mastermind, just to help small business owners that were struggling. And Alignable heard about it, called me, and we started talking. And I gave them all kinds of ideas on things they should do to help all the small business owners. And they said, "Can we hire you to help us do that?" And that's kind of how I became got on the Alignable team. So it's been almost 5 years now. I get to teach people how to use it. And a real fun fact about myself is I've been traveling the country in my motorhome the last 4 years and meeting our members, thousands of our members. And I love teaching people how to use Alignable and how to use it to grow their network and their business. So today we are going to answer 3 things. Number one, I'm going to talk about what Alignable is and how does it work. How can it help you grow your business? That's why we're here, obviously. And what should you do first? Those are the things I'm going to help you with today. So we're going to start with why Alignable was created in the first place, because it is absolutely not social media. So it is a completely different type of a platform. It was created because our co-founders knew 2 very important facts. The first one is that the best source of new customers is referrals from people who know, like, and trust you. That's word of mouth marketing, right? That is has been true, the best form of marketing for hundreds of years. The second fact is that the best way to make great business decisions is by talking with others who've overcome the same challenges as you have. So Alignable is not social media. It isn't like any other social media platform. It is actually a powerful networking platform specifically for business owners. So that's what you're going to find on Alignable. Unlike other platforms you may have experienced, Alignable prioritizes 2 very important things: networking and relationship building over self-promotion and sales. Usually when you're on social media, everybody tells you to promote yourself, right? To get it out there to as many people as you possibly can. But we're not social media, so we don't do that on Alignable. You're going to see, I'll give you a lot of tips and my secret tips on the best way to post things and how to act on Alignable. That is going to get you really far. And it's not self-promotion and sales, it's networking and building relationships. So I kind of created this funnel. I don't know, you've heard of sales and marketing funnels, so those are very popular. But think about Alignable as your business relationship funnel. So as you're out there meeting new people, building relationships, you're moving the people that you meet through the funnel. Okay. So you meet someone, you introduce yourselves to each other, right? And you know each other. Hi, my name is Sue. Hi, my name is Trista. Nice to meet you. So now you know each other. Now, that's when sometimes I don't know if it's like if you're like me, but I'll meet someone and I'll say, "Gosh, I really like this person." Even though we might have talked for 2 minutes, I feel like I really like this person. I'd like to get to know them a little bit better. So then they move further down the funnel. That's when you want to set up those one-to-one meetings and start getting to know each other on a more personal level, right? And start building that relationship that will hopefully turn into a trusted relationship where some of those people might turn into your ideal customers. But I want you to think if you can have this mindset on Alignable, that you want to meet as many people and build as many trusted relationships as you possibly can, so those people turn into referral partners. So they help refer you and you help refer them. That is the whole best way to describe Alignable, okay? So as you're working on your funnel, your network gets stronger and stronger, and you're growing a more powerful referral network that just keeps flowing, right? It keeps flowing with new customers and referral partners. So we're going to talk about how to actually use Alignable to fill this funnel and move people through it. So success in business it comes from within our networks. That's what Alignable believes. Building those really strong relationships with the right people. That's the key word. When I talk about the right people, I'm talking about your ideal customers and referral partners. Those are the two groups of ideal right people that you want to meet, because when you meet those people, that is going to increase your potential for more success in your business. So I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but your network is your net worth, right? So I know that when I sold my business, I sold my school, I had a massive network. It was a very powerful network. Many people were my customers, many referral partners, many built a very strong network in my community. And that is what the person that bought my business was really buying. So think about your business. How do you figure out what it's worth? It's worth the power, whatever the power of your network is. Now, here's the problem though. A lot of people think that the only way to grow your network is through traditional networking. I don't know if this picture looks familiar to you, but believe me, this is how I built all of my businesses. It's usually people think they need to go to a networking event and exchange business cards with every single person in the room. It's exhausting, and it's not really the smartest way to network. Yes, I built my businesses this way, but there's a much smarter way. And Alignable actually came up with this amazing engine that powers Alignable called Alignable 360. So here's the thing. All those business cards you collect, where do they end up? I don't know if you're like me, but you probably have a drawer that looks something like this. I had a huge plastic bin of business cards that I collected over the years, and you don't do much with them. And if you pull one of those business cards out that you probably met someone for 2 minutes, what do you know about them? You only know really their name, maybe their business name, and some contact information. That's all you really know on a business card. But I want you to think about it. I want you to just imagine that you could take that business card, go click a button, and learn all this stuff. So let's say you got this business card from Sarah Menton, but you could push a button and find out that Sarah's highly recommended by other business owners, that she's located within 5 miles of you, that she's an expert in social media marketing, and she has 456 business owners in her network. 123 of those people in her network, she actually knows them well enough to introduce and refer them to other people. 5 of them are people you already know, so you have something in common. What if you knew that 43 of those people in her giant, big network actually match up with who your ideal referral partner is, and 22 of them match up with who your ideal customer is? That's pretty valuable information, wouldn't you say? Well, I'm telling you, this is what Alignable can do for you. You can meet someone, go on Alignable, click your network button. I'm going to show you all this. I'll give you a tour of it. And you can find all this out. It's that easy, and it's absolutely amazing. This is what we talk about when we talk about finding the right people. Because if you think about it, let's say you met Sarah last night at a networking event, and if I bet you if you called her up and you said, Sarah, how many of my ideal customers do you have in your network? She wouldn't have a clue, right? So she wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of her head, but Alignable actually knows. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about Alignable being a place for you to network smarter. So Alignable's 360, it's when we talk about Alignable 360, you just think of it's the engine that powers Alignable. You're going to realize that each person you meet, it's not really about that person that you meet. It's about and who you know. It's who they know. So here's you, here's the person you met. You don't always know who they know. They might have a lot of your ideal customers and referral partners in their network. So that's what networking, smart networking is all about. And this is what Alignable can help you find. So we're going to start here. There's actually 3 things to do on Alignable to get ready to really make this whole engine work. So it's going to take a minute for me to go through one. These are really important. I'm going to give you a little tour here. You're going to tell Alignable who you are and what you do, who you want to meet, your ideal customers and referral partners. You got to tell Alignable who that is. And then you got to go out and have Alignable help you find all the people that know you already that can actually start referring you right away and who can recommend you right away. When you have these 3 very important components, that's what makes Alignable work for you. All right, so we're going to start here on your profile. It really starts with your profile. This is where you tell Alignable who you are and what you do. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do here. When you first go to your profile, you're going to see 3 visual things here right at the top of your profile. This is my personal tips, okay? But I tell you, I've interviewed many, many, many business owners, and I've been on Alignable for a long time. I'm just going to tell you, it's very important when you're networking. I'm a networking expert. That's what I teach people. It's very visual. So let's say that people are going around on Alignable and they run across your profile. The first thing they're going to see in big is your banner. And like I said, I've traveled this country in my motorhome all over the country. So I've seen a lot of billboards. So I call it your billboard. What's going to really catch their eye and make them want to read more or contact you to learn more? So create a nice banner at the top. Right underneath that banner is a place to put your picture. Now, this used to be if you were on Alignable a while ago and came back, or you haven't known about this feature a few months ago, they changed it. So this picture right here is your photo. You want a nice smiling face headshot that looks like you, right? You're not your online dating picture from 20 years ago that doesn't look like you anymore. Make sure it is a a newer photo that actually with your smiling face. Your logo goes over here in the corner, in the side column, along with your contact information. So make sure that you do those 3 things right away. Okay. Next, you're going to see this edit profile button. This is going to, when you click that, it's going to give you this little pop-up. And the pop-up's going to give you, it's going to have you say some things or put some things in there about your business. But then underneath that, it's going to have where you choose where it says category tag, feature tags, and search tags. I'm just going to tell you guys, I mean, there's a couple other places for this too. When you see a place to choose these little blue tags, that's the only way Alignable is going to know about you and who you want to meet. So you want to make sure those are right. So always go and check those and make sure they're always up to date. So you want to put the overall category tag, and then depending on what membership level you are on Alignable, I'll go over that later. That depends on how many search tags that you get. So make sure these tags are right for this big reason. We have a business directory. That's one of the big reasons. I use it all the time traveling across the country. Every time I'm in a new community, I can go and I can search for business owners or products or services in a certain area. So this business directory, the only way you're going to show up in there is if those little blue tags are chosen. I will tell you that the Premium and Premium Plus members get boosted to the top, so they get priority listings in here. Again, I'll go over that in a minute, but the business directory I love. I've used that a lot. This is a great, also great for any of you who might be very localized. If you really want to meet people locally or in certain communities, you can sort from there. Next, tell Alignable what you do. What do you sell? What products are you selling? What services do you provide? That also is down a little further down on your profile, where you can list any products and services or any promotions you might be having. The promotions, just a little secret tip here, those are time sensitive promotions, and they actually show up in the newsletter. So you want to make sure if you have a special going on, you're listing that there. And then each one of your products and services you list separately. So make sure this is all up to date. This screenshot is from a friend that I met in Virginia Beach. He is a videographer and a photographer, obviously. And this is a screenshot for a particular month of April. So we have this special promotion going on. And I want to point something out to you. He had this dating profile photo shoot that very soon after he posted it, he had quite a few people liked that. So just a little perk here. This is what he does. This is how he uses Alignable. It's very successful on Alignable. He can actually go to his insights dashboard to see who actually liked it, and he can reach out to them immediately. He can also find out who visited his profile, who interacted with anything he did on Alignable. Okay, this is a Premium and Premium Plus feature, but this is amazing, this insights dashboard. So this is, I actually have done a couple of events with him in the past. I'm gonna have to get him back on here again, but he uses this all the time. And I've talked to many, many, many very successful Alignable members. I interview them every Wednesday in the Alignable Member Success Series. I'll share that link later too. But they all say that they use this for that, because it's like, this insights dashboard tells you who's interacting and engaging with your stuff. Those could be very, very warm leads. These are people that are probably interested in you already if they're clicking on your stuff or visiting your profile. All right, next. This is the big one, okay? Remember I said you want to find the right people to network, your ideal customers and referral partners. So on your profile, please, you guys, take the time to get this right. I actually do a really great training on this. I'm doing one this Wednesday, and I do it every other week. I'll send you links to everything, but it's about how to absolutely know who your ideal customers are, referral partners are, and they all are listed right here on your profile. So there's two sections, customer and referral partner. And once again, please note, there are those little blue tags. Okay, so like this is a screenshot from Lagaya Kelly. She owns a pet boarding facility in Southern California outside of LA. And she has two really distinct customers. She obviously people who have a pet that need a place to put them. And her other one that Alignable can help her with is she actually consults with people in the pet industry. So she's a consultant. And so that is where she chose the tags of pet industry type people that she wants Alignable to introduce her to. And then on the partner part, this is your referral partner. She chose veterinarians. Obviously, veterinarians, every one of their customers owns a pet. So that's like her absolute perfect local referral partner. So she chose the tags for people that actually their customers own a pet, because the referrals go back and forth very easily. So definitely go to this event, or you can watch the replay in the Alignable University group. I'll give you the link shortly. Okay, now here's the power of what I just showed you. When you choose the right tags here for your ideal customer referral partner, they are automatically propagated on your My Network page. This is what makes Alignable 360 work. So you've got to make absolutely sure your tags are correct, because when you go to your network page and you can see all the people you're connected with, it's actually prioritized, and you can sort it by the people in your, not only the people in your network who might be your ideal customers, referral partners, but who they know too. Okay. That's the key to everything. And I'm going to give you a tour of this. So really, really important that you get those tags right. And the third part is finding the people that you know already or who know you. Okay. So you actually have a chance. Alignable did this really cool thing. This is, I call it my little email hack. So you might have realized that you only get a limited number of connection credits that you actually have to use and spend to connect with people on Alignable. This little hack does not use your connection credits. So it's a way to have access to Alignable's member directory of nearly 10 million members. So here's what you do, okay? This does not use your connection credits nor the people that you're connecting with. Here's what you do. You click My Network, then you're going to click this other one called Contacts, and this is going to come up. You're going to see where you can actually sync up your email address book with your Alignable account, and you can ask Alignable to go see if anybody matches up with the people that you know already. So you click here, then here, and then you put your email address in here and you click Find Connections, and boom, Alignable is going to go out to all of the almost 10 million members, and they're going to say, oh, look, we found a bunch of people that match up with emails you already have. So you want to connect with them for free without using your connection credits? Well, duh, yes. So what you want to do is carefully go through the list and make sure that everybody you've checked here, you want to send a connection request to. And if they accept it, you're connected for free, okay? There's also going to tell you if they can't find them. So I want you to really pay attention to this because a lot of people make a big mistake here. So I just want to make sure you hear this. When it tells you, hey, we couldn't find these people on Alignable, not everybody knows about Alignable. So would you like to invite the people that we can't find? So what you want to do, a lot of people will do this. If this little check mark and every person in your email address book that's not Alignable is checked, if you click send, it's going to send an invitation to every single person in your email address book. You don't want to do that unless you want to. If you want to, great. If everybody in your email address book is an actual Alignable member or a business owner, I should say, then go ahead. But here's my hack. Okay, here's my tip. Please click the deselect all if it's selected. Go through carefully and find the business owners that you really want to invite to Alignable. And then when you click the send button, Alignable is going to send them an invitation from you asking them to join Alignable. And if they decide to join Alignable, they let you connect for free. This is how you got here. You most likely got an email that was an invitation from someone who did this hack. So just want to make sure that you understand this because a lot of people can go from 2 connections to 500 overnight by using this little cool hack here. Okay, now I'm going to keep going with this because this is what I did to get more recommendation. So just so you know, recommendations are pretty big on Alignable. They were for me when I moved to Northern California and I didn't know anyone and I started meeting people on Alignable and start sharing recommendations. That's when my phone started ringing. And I'm not kidding. People would call me all the time. Hey, I saw my friend recommended you on Alignable. I want to hire you. That literally happened over and over again. So here's what I would tell you to do. This is my own personal hack. Okay, hack or secret tip, I guess I could say. I would connect with the people I know by using that email hack I just showed you. Then I would sit down and find all the people I authentically want to recommend, and I would write nice personalized recommendations for each person. Don't copy and paste the same one because it shows up on your profile. You don't want to look like you just copied and pasted the same recommendation. So write something nice and authentic about the people that you really recommend. Make sure it's only people that you authentically recommend. And when you just click recommend and not write anything, that really does nothing. So make sure you write something. You only, here's what happens. So Alignable does something kind of cool. They actually will send that person a message that says, hey, check it out. Sue wrote you this great recommendation. Would you like to return the favor? And so, or would you like to return the favor? And that's going to help them think, oh, yes, of course, I'm going to write a nice recommendation back. You only need 5 recommendations to get this cool, highly recommended badge. So make sure that you get that right away. Okay, I'm going to keep going before we open up for questions. The next thing, this is fairly new feature. I'm not to the one that I'm going to tell you about in a minute, but this is also very new in the last few weeks. Here's what else I would do. Let's say that you met somebody that you want to introduce to someone you know. Okay, you want to introduce a couple people. That's what Alignable is all about, helping people meet the right people. So there's a new thing, this introduce button right here on the profile. So basically, I wanted to introduce my friend Sherry to my friend Fran. So I went to my friend Sherry's, I clicked introduce, this middle pop-up came up. I searched for my friend Fran, I clicked on it, and boom, my AI networking coach, which is, we call it our AI networking coach, which is an AI bot that helps craft a nice message introducing them to each other. Just a quick tip though. This is my own personal opinion, but I've heard it many times. Please, anytime AI, it's part of our lives, right? Anytime AI crafts a message that you're going to send to someone, please just edit it. Please make it personal. Please do that, because we all know they write the same thing to a lot of people, and people just know it's AI. So make sure you change it enough so it doesn't seem like that. That's my personal advice. Okay. Now, let's give you a quick tour of Alignable 360 and how that works. So you got all your stuff together. You now have a network of people there. You can actually click on My Network. You're going to see all the people you're connected with. And like I said, it's prioritized by your referral partners and ideal customers. You can click either of these buttons if you just want to see ideal customers or referral partners or potential connections. You can sort that list. It's always prioritized. The top one is usually your highest priority, the one that matches up with the most things. And it's not just them, it's who they know too. So that's really important. The other thing you could do on this page is you can actually filter. You can filter by people you know, like favorites, the people that you know well, the people you can write notes about each person, so you can kind of keep track of your conversations. You can actually group them by choosing tags, like maybe you have some customers in there and you can create a customer tag or whatever. You can do whatever you want. Those are totally up to you. You can also search. Let's say you need a new bookkeeper or an attorney for your business. You can search to see if there's anyone in your network or anyone in your network who knows someone that you could get introduced to. Here's the cool thing. So let's say that you look down here and you see that the highest potential connection you have is this girl, Jackie. She matches up with a lot of stuff here that you're looking for. So Alignable 360, like I said, is the engine that powers it. So if you have Alignable 360 with your account, here's what you can do. You can click Jackie's, you can click where it says See Matches, and all of a sudden you're in her network. It actually puts you in her network, like on her network page. And you can look through the people she's connected with. You can see who you're both connected with, and you can see other people. Again, you can sort it and you can see who in her network matches up with who you want to meet. You're right, those right people, right? And let's say you see this person, Tina, and you go, oh my gosh, I would really like to meet her. Maybe I go to her profile and I say, that's a perfect person I want to get introduced to. I can literally click get introduced, and my AI networking coach pops up and writes a nice, drafts a little message asking Jackie if she wouldn't mind introducing me to her friend Tina. Again, edit that. My own personal opinion, but do that too. So this is pretty cool. This is how you can get warm introductions to people that match up with the people you're looking for. All right, next, I'm going to give you where you can network on Alignable. There's a lot of networking opportunities on Alignable. to grow your network and expand past what you've done so far with your network and the people who they know. So the first thing is Smart Connects. If you have not been on a Smart Connect, they're amazing. You can find them all over. They're happening pretty much all day, every day. And you can join a Smart Connect. You go in a room and there's a bunch of people in there. There's a host in the room that will push a button and you'll be beamed into a room with somebody that you probably would have never met any other way. So you get about 6 or 7 minutes to talk to them. So there's a timer on the screen. It's speed networking, and you each get to talk to each other. I will tell you right now that it's not a pitch fest. We don't do 30-second elevator pitches. Nobody ever connects with that. This is a time to see if you actually like each other. Do you like that person? Do they like you? Get to know each other on a personal level. See if it's someone that you'd love to continue the conversation with. And then you're going to get beamed back into the main room and they'll push a button and you'll get beamed into another room with someone else. So you get to meet 6, 7, 8 new people every single hour. Now, I've heard a lot of really amazing testimonials. This one's my favorite, and this is the best one that I've found so far, from Eric in Portland, Oregon. He's such a great guy. He's one of our Alignable ambassadors, and he told me a couple of years ago, that he landed the biggest deal in his company's. He's got a small marketing agency in his company's history by networking on Alignable in a Smart Connect. And that person that he met ended up becoming a customer that's worth more than $200,000 a year. I just interviewed him not too long ago, and he said he has made over $600,000 from this one customer he met in a Smart Connect. So you never know who you're going to meet. And I will tell you, he did right. Not bad for having a servant attitude on Alignable. Here's what happened. They didn't talk about business. The guy was new to Alignable, and Eric just said, I will help you. Let's get on a Zoom. I'll show you what I do. I'll give you some tips. And that's all that happened. They did not have 30-second elevator pitches. They didn't talk about their businesses. They became trusted partners, and boom, he became a customer. I just love that story. So other places to network are locally in your local Alignable Alliance. We have alliances all over US and Canada. You can search in Alignable, just search for, maybe if you're in California, just put CA or the 2 letters for your state, type in Alliance, and it will show up. Actually, there's another place you can find it too. I'll show you. But these are amazing. They're free, and you get to meet your local people in person. Next is events. There are a lot of events on Alignable. I do a lot of Alignable training events and some other things, a mastermind every Friday here I've been doing for more than 5 years. Those are totally free. And there's also experts on Alignable that maybe run groups or are experts in different things that are hosting events. So there's a lot of events. You just click events up there and you can search or browse and see what events are coming up, including Smart Connects. Okay. The other thing you want to do is join groups. So there are 3 types of groups on Alignable. The first one are industry groups. So if you're a bookkeeper, you're in a group with bookkeepers so that you guys can talk bookkeeping stuff or whatever industry you're in. The second type of group is affinity groups. Those are things like women business owners, veterans, solopreneurs. There's about every kind of groups of people that have similar things that their interests or similar interests or whatever, that are different groups. So you can search for those. There's also topic groups like marketing, social media, TikTok, AI. There's a lot of AI stuff going on, SEO, all that kind of stuff. So you can search and find a few groups to join. Actually, it's not even just my tip. This is a tip I hear over and over again. Don't join 1,000 groups. Just join a few that you actually want to network in and participate in those groups too. Don't just join them and never do anything. That's kind of silly. It's a great place to network. So make sure in the groups, this is big tips from our top members. Go in and ask questions, relevant questions, and start conversations. But if you see someone ask a question, let's say you're a web designer and you're in the marketing group and someone wants to know they have questions about their website. I'll tell you what not to do. Don't say, hey, contact me. I'll give you a free consultation. I'll give you whatever, and promote yourself. Don't do that. Just help them in front of everybody. Because when everybody in the group sees that you're just helping people without self-promoting, that's when people start getting connections and they get new customers that way. That is what I've heard a million times over. Be a giver. Give as much as you can. The more you give, the more you're going to get back. So that's what groups are really, really, really good for. Okay, there's a new, by the way, over here on the side, when you click groups and then over here on the side, you can actually pin your favorite groups. They're over here. You can discover groups on the Discover tab. You can go through and find all kinds of different groups of things that you want to join. This is new. This isn't the new thing I'm going to tell you yet, but this was just launched a few weeks ago as well, really soon. It's our new community groups page. This is going to completely revamped. And this is where you can actually find local events that are happening. Okay, so you can also find your local leaders, which are your ambassadors. If there aren't any in your community, you can apply to be an ambassador and you can be a leader on Alignable and get a lot of visibility and a lot of kudos from people. You can find your local newsletter there. Those come out every Sunday. Other groups and yeah, just lots of things. There's a place for you to introduce yourself here. This is really, really awesome. And you can find it too in your side rail, in the left rail here on your main page, and you can go to your different community groups. So this is pretty cool. Next is, okay, so just a couple of things to show you. The Alignable University Group. This is where you can find any more Alignable training events. I do something different just about every day. There's also in this right-hand column, you can find recordings. The newest recording of this event, the Connect with the Right People, those ideal customer referral partner. I do that every other week, but if you can't make that, or you're in a hurry, just go watch the newest recording here. And then our PR guy, Chuck, and I interview our most successful members every single Wednesday. Definitely attend that. Just come and join us live. You can ask them questions. You can ask us questions, whatever. You just hear them tell their top tips. And also this link here in the column is where to go to the YouTube and you can binge watch all the past ones. And you can ask questions in here too. If you have a question about anything on Alignable, either some of our top members are in here or other members, your peers are in there. A lot of the Alignable team will answer your questions here too. If you are a verified premium or premium plus on one of our membership plans, you can have access and join our insider community group. This is such a fun group because we do first of all, insider office hours. That's free Alignable coaching with one of the members of our team. You get like really, really small group. Sometimes you're the only one in there and you can ask questions about Alignable and get some free help. We have insider smart connects, masterminds, and special business type training events. This is one I did when probably going to do it again on how to become a published author. And finally, let me just give you the different membership levels. Everybody's different, so you just have to pick whichever one works for you. I'll just go over them real quick. The first one is the free account. If you're new, you're probably a guest on Alignable. This is where you get 5 of those connection credits that you can spend to connect with new people every 30 days. The way connection credits work is, let's say you joined Alignable today. In 30 days, if you haven't used up your connection credits to connect with new people, they'll disappear, but you'll get your 5 again for the next 30 days, depending on what level. I'll go over all those. You can, on the free account, connect with people you know already. The email hack I showed you, where you connect your email address book and you can invite your network. Now, you really do want to be a member of Alignable because that's the only way you get access to Alignable 360. That's how it gets activated, by being an official member. You get a verified badge on your profile that shows that you're an actual member of Alignable. You get like I said, all of the stuff that I showed you with Alignable 360. And you get 15 business connection credits each month. The premium's my favorite by far because you get way tons of value. They just keep adding more stuff. Okay, not only you get 360, you get that insights page. Let's see if I can remember all these things you get. You get the insights page that tell the people that are already liking and following you and seeing your stuff. Okay. You get enhanced profile features. There is an ask about services button you get on your profile. They used to charge like almost $100 for that button. Now it's just included in the premium. That means that if someone's not connected to you, or if they run across your profile anywhere, Google, wherever, they can click ask about services button and ask you about your products or services. That's really awesome. You also get expanded visibility. It's kind of like boosted. So instead of just seeing, having Alignable show it to like one community of people, you get a way bigger community of people and more visibility. Anytime that you have products and services or post things, you get just a lot more visibility. And you get 25 business connection credits each month. And if you want to be a group leader or an ambassador, you can do that too on the premium membership. The premium plus is the same, except for you get 75 business connection credits each month. If you're a really big networker and you want to really grow your network fast, you can be on the premium plus. So those are the different levels. And finally, last but not least, 3 things to do. 1, get ready, complete your profile. Use that Alignable connection contact finder, the email hack I showed you to connect with people you know. Get that all going, because when people go to your profile, they can actually see how many connections you have, how many people in your network. So if they had a choice between someone who has 3 connections or 300, they're probably going to want to connect with that one. So you want to get that up there right away. Number 2, build relationships, reconnect with any high value. When you look at your network page, the people at the top, you might want to connect with them because they're the ones that match up, or they know people that you want to meet. Okay. Help other people, make introductions. Don't just go and ask someone. I get this all the time. Someone will message me and just say, hey, will you recommend me? Like, I don't even know you. Why are you asking me that? You didn't even want to get to know me first. So make sure you're helping other people before you're asking other people for help. That's like common sense, but hopefully that's what I hear from our top members is help as many people as you can. You know that Zig Ziglar saying, the more people you help as many people as you can, because that's how you're going to get help back. And third is grow your network by building new relationships. I would set a goal. I want to meet 3 or 5 new people a week, something like that. Start conversations. Don't just click those pre-made ones. It's like, hey, thanks for adding me to your network. Why is anybody going to reply to that? No, go to their profile, learn a little bit about them and ask them a question. Get conversations started. Okay. Go to networking events and engage in groups. And if you want more, like I said, once again, Alignable University Group. I'm going to post in the chat real quick. Let me get to the chat here. Well, let me get out of here. I'm going to post a link to the university group and the insider community and stuff where you can get all the replays, or you can join me live. But one last thing, if you click on my business and then get support, that's like our support bot that will get you to wherever you need to be, or what you need, the answers that you have if you have specific questions about your account or anything else. So I'm going to stop the share. Hi, everybody. You're still here. Let me put in the chat. I'm going to give you a list of some things here. Paste. There we go. All right. Here's what's in the chat, you guys. Alignable University Group, the insider. I'll send these group links to you in an email after this, but the insider community, if you're a member, definitely get in there. We have fun in there. If you want to apply to be an ambassador, a group leader, those are the application links. If you want to watch the YouTube of our member success series, that's there. My mastermind, please join us. It's so fun. Every single Friday, you'll meet lots of people. Great place to build relationships. And there is a little kind of added at the bottom. There's a little 20% off coupon if you want to try premium. There, and that's only good right now. So you want to grab that right now if you're interested. So, okay. I hope you got something out of this, and I would love to hear your questions. We have plenty of time for questions. So if you want to go down to where it says react, that heart, and click raise hand, that'd be great. Or you can just go like this on the screen or something. Alexander, go ahead.
Hey Sue, how you doing?
I'm awesome.
I moved from California to Tennessee. How do
Oh,
I switch if I want to get into a local networking in the area in Tennessee? How do I do that on my profile?
yeah, you want to see if there is one. I don't know offhand if there's one going on. I know there was for a while, and if they didn't get going again, then you might they might need an ambassador there. But you can everyone, if you want to find your local one, just go to the search bar in Alignable, put in the two letters of your state, and then write Alliance, like CA Alliance. It's going to give you that, or you can go to your community group and it'll tell you if there's any events happening. So that's where you can find that.
Do you have to
It's on the
go back
Alliance.
in your go back in your profile and add the new address and all that? And
Oh,
if you
yes. Yeah, you definitely want to do that for sure.
when you
Yeah.
put your new address, is that shared with anybody or
No,
just
that's for you. No, you can check that it doesn't show up. If you want it to show up or not show up, it's up to you.
okay?
There's
Thank
a
you.
button. Yeah. Elizabeth.
Yeah, I was just really curious. You mentioned that something new had gone online just before you started this. What was it?
Thank you. Thank you. I knew there was something I forgot. Okay. In your messenger, let me see if I'm going to be able to do this. I might be able to share it. Sometimes it doesn't work. If you go to your messenger, hold on. I'm going to see if I can share my screen so I can show you guys this. This is so exciting. If not, I can just tell you. On a lot of people said that that in Messenger you weren't able to sort them by newest or unread messages, but you can now. So let me show you. I literally have not even tried it yet because it just launched right before this. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you can see my screen. Can you? Where it says, here's your messenger over here, you can click all messages and you can just click unread. I already had it up there. I guess I had it up there already. It will show your unread messages. Sorry, I'm having a hard time clicking. It's not working for me right now. But that's where it is. Okay. That's where it is. I guess I read them all. So that's pretty exciting. Before it wasn't sorted that way. So yeah, go play around with that. Thanks. Donna.
Yes, hi Sue. I first of all thank you for this because it's been very,
Sure.
very informative.
Welcome.
I was looking at the ambassadors today, and when it comes down to the qualifications, it was like you have to have 230 connections before you can be an ambassador. Is there any way to get around that? Honestly, because in my area, the closest ambassador is like 45 minutes away without traffic.
Oh
So I was
wow.
trying to find something
Oh,
closer because I live
where?
in the Charlotte area, but I'm in
Charlotte?
South Carolina. I live in the Charlotte area, but I'm in South Carolina, so I wanted to do something in Rock Hill, Fort Mill,
Okay.
closer to my side of.
Here's what I would do. You know Jason Integrity yet? Have you met him? He's one of
Now.
the ambassadors, Jason. Um he
Yes, I saw his name.
But I
Uh-huh.
think here's what we're doing with alliances now is so Charlotte's a big area. I was there last year. And so what they are doing is having one area and then having multiple ambassadors. So you can definitely reach out to either of the other ambassadors in Charlotte and say, "Hey, can
Okay.
I talk to you guys?" and have them um refer you. And then also
Okay.
I think you guys when you fill out the application, there might be a place to write, like if you don't have enough yet, but you can add them really quick. I would just get involved with them
Hey
there.
Angela, how you been? This is Alex Holguin. It's been a
Okay.
while.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you, Alexander. Um,
Uh-huh.
uh,
All right.
Alex,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Jason. Hi.
Hi, you talked about using your email address to make connections to the people that are in your email, your database. How many email addresses, or can you use multiple email addresses for multiple connections?
Yep, absolutely. You just when that little thing comes up, put whatever email is in there, and then I think you can do it again using a different email. Yep. Cool. Cindy, how are you today?
Oh, thanks so much. Is it possible to read someone's recommendation before? It didn't used to be. Can we now read recommendation before you accept it?
Always. Yeah, yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
I just had a hard time finding out how to do that. Yeah.
You know what? I think it's amazing that you brought that up because I was literally last week, and you just reminded me. I'm gonna try to get my profile up here. I have a hard time with it's not really working. Go to your profiles. Everybody can do this. You go to your profile, go to your recommendations. There is a link right on the home page of your profile. It'll say when you see all of your recommendations, there's a thing that says view recommendations, and no recommendations will show up unless you approve it. So and then when you get to that page, it'll say pending, and you can go through all the pending. I forgot to do that the other day, and I had like 75 pending recommendations.
Wow.
So yes, and so you have to, you definitely have to approve them.
Okay.
Before I'm not able to get my
No, that's okay. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because that's,
thing.
yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, it's so funny because they used to have a thing at the top where you could see that right away, and they took it away quite a while ago, and I'm like gonna beg for them to come back because I forget to check. So
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
it'll
you.
it'll tell you in the recommendation, or in the notifications also, it'll say, oh, this person recommended you, and it'll show you part of it. But if they wrote a long one, you have to go and do it the way I just told you. So
Very good. Thank you.
you
Yeah.
got it. Anybody else have any questions about anything at all? Did I help you? Did everybody get something out of this today? Like one tip? Okay, good. So a couple of things. There's a feedback form. Definitely fill it out and let me know how I can make this better. Use that link if you want to, if you're going to join us in the become a member and be in the Alignable Insider community. That's awesome. That coupon's there that I put in the chat. And what else? And I hope I see you on Wednesday for the ideal customer one. That's my favorite thing to teach, and I love it. It changed my whole life. My business, not even just on Alignable, it helps your business too. And then the Alignable Member Success Series too. So all good? Anybody else have a question? Okay, I'll let you go get your profile worked out. Please put your picture under your banner because that shows up when you message people, when you post anything, when you comment on posts. If it is not there, it shows your initials. And when I look through the people that were signed up for today, there's a lot of you that do not have your picture there. It just shows your initials. So it makes you look like a spammer. So go fix that right away. Donna, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm glad you said that. The profile, how do you, because I couldn't figure out how to put the banner in the profile. I
Yeah, when you
could not
go
figure
there,
out where
there's when you just go there, there should be a little thing that says add one. I don't know what it looks like on my end because I already have it, but you don't have to click edit profile first. You just go to your profile and there's a place. I think you just click up there and you can add it. And there, I don't know the exact dimensions you can ask in support, but you know what? To be honest with you, I went on Canva and just did the LinkedIn banners pretty much fits. So I'll go to Canva, do a LinkedIn, anyway, the template, and I just edit that, and then usually that fits pretty well. So
Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Thank you.
You got it, Shelley.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Sue. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering, is there a way to connect with all the folks in this session since we kind of know each other?
Yes, I forgot to say that. Yes, if you go back to where you guys registered and joined this event, you will see the list of registered, and then there's going to be a tab that says attendees. So go to click the attendees tab, and all those people are people that logged into this event. And you guys all have something in common. I would connect with people that you find interesting here. Go look at they're active. That's the other thing, you guys. I'll give you one last tip in our last minute. Don't use a lot of people make the mistake of just using up all their connection credits without doing the research and looking at their profile or making sure they're even in business anymore, or they log into Alignable at all. You can see on their profile at the bottom if they've commented on anything recently, but you know that everybody that attended here are active. So go connect with someone, maybe look at each other's profiles and give each other some advice, and who knows who you're going to meet. So thank you. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I will see you at another event. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thanks, Sue. You're
Thank you,
wonderful as
Sue.
always.
Bye. Thank you.